Making it last is all I care to do. You loving me, I loving you.
Welcome back to the Making It Last podcast with host Noreen Daly. This is part 2 of a 2-part conversation with Dr. Noval Dale regarding 1,000 miles. We pick up with Dr. Dale giving advice on making healthier choices in 2024.
Where am I now? What should I have done? What should I have accomplished? What should I have checked on at this point in time? If I'm 20 years old, what do I need to be looking at? What's my cholesterol like? What is my blood pressure like? What is my blood sugar like? And get active. Try to do some amount of exercise. It's a simple thing as brisk walking. Start moving. Your body will tell you thanks for it later.
I want you to unpack something a little bit though, because you said in terms of being, healthy. What does that really mean? When people, to be healthier. Yeah.
To be healthy is, if we use the definition from the World Health Organization, it says that health is not just the absence of illness, but the ability to function in a holistic fashion, that is physically, mentally, socially, spiritually, to function with vitality and with energy in each of these areas. That is what is constituting health. So to be able to be robust physically, but not be able to communicate with other people at work, at school, in your home, and be socially unhealthy is not good either. To be constantly beating up on yourself and to not aspire to things and to think mentally that you could get more and not be mentally well, that is also another issue as well. So health is a holistic process that we need to look at.
Okay. You said earlier also, or just now, that you are what you eat. And there are a lot of persons who will say, but Dr. Dale, even with the best of intentions, I have financial constraints. And a lot of times, some of the things that people deem as the healthy foods are the ones that are most expensive.
That is true.
So what then?
Okay. And there is some truth to that. You go through the typical supermarket or even just walk into the market and you think, why sell the vegetables so expensively? Why can't they be more costly? However, it does not gainsay or deny the fact that we still need to attempt to eat healthy within our own capabilities as well too. And that requires some amount of planning. Are we going to deny something else to ensure that we can purchase or have that which is healthy as far as we can afford it? Of course, we can make that choice. It's a matter of what we call priorities.
Okay. Coming out of the pandemic, I think people have become a little bit more open to discussing mental health.
Yes.
And its implications for relationships and otherwise. But I still think that in Jamaica, there is still this stigma attached that if it is that you think sometimes that you need to get professional help, but, in certain circles, they would think that you must find other mediums rather than seek therapy. What advice do you have for people who think that maybe they do need to get some level of therapy?
If you do think you need to get some level of help, then reach out for it. It's available and you can access it even in private settings. You don't have to necessarily pay that much either to go in to see a psychologist, a therapist. You can have them through your health centers as well too. Psychologists are available there. And by all means, you should get it. There is no shame in it at all. Because the truth is, each of us has some hang-up, some quirk in some way. Being very orderly and having things perfectly in order is a form of mental illness as well too. We just don't think about it. We only think about those who have schizophrenia, those who are bipolar, etc., those who are psychotic, the people you see on the street per se, eating from the garbage bin. But we all have some form of that could be fit into a mental illness, into the category of a mental illness. But we're functional. And that is what makes the difference, whether or not one is functional, non-functional, or dysfunctional. If you're functional, then that's all that we need to do with your mental health. Keep you functional.
What are some tips, though, that you give to somebody to say to try to make sure that you stay mentally fit or mentally healthy? Because I don't want to say you can't know too much, but what are some tips you give for somebody who wants to say, hey, yes, Dr. Dale, I hear you, I feel you. tell me some things that I can do to help make sure that I stay fit.
Mentally healthy?
Yeah.
I think among the things we need to do is, well, let me start early. Let me just put a plug in for it now. Parents, if you have children, mental health begins at that point. Nurture your children. Tell them what you appreciate about them. Little things. I like your eyes. You have nice skin. You're so smart. I appreciate how caring you are, how loving you are to people, how perceptive you are. As a society, we are very often more negative than positive. For example, in the vernacular, lad, your foot biggie, and where you get that the head there from? Your head just turn bad so. And we will do that to persons, and we will not compliment, but we would rather tear down people. So I think we need to start by building up each other, and we need to start by building up ourselves. When I taught at NC, one of the things I did was I had persons go and take a look at themselves. I told them, go home, stop, take some time, look in the mirror, and look at what you appreciate about yourself. Small though it may be, it could be your ears, it could be your eyes, it could be your hair quality, it could be where your body structure is. Stop and look at yourself for a minute. And worse, in this time when we're so busy, we don't take the time to notice each other. We don't take the time to notice what our smiles look like. We don't take the time to notice our fingers, to notice our skin. We don't look at ourselves. So take the time to affirm yourself as well. Tell yourself, rather than telling yourself all the bad things that you've done or you haven't achieved, stop and look at what you have achieved, what you do have, and say a part of that gratitude thing that we're talking about is nurture yourself in that regard. Periodically take time to de-stress in whatever form that is. Look away from the computer, step away from your regular duties and just stop. You don't have to spend time to go to a 5-star hotel. Just stop. We live in a beautiful country and you have an international audience as well who may be somewhere else. But for those who are in Jamaica, stop. There are rivers somewhere, there are springs flowing up. Stop. Just pause, look at the mountainside, look at something that is admirable, look at nature. Stop to admire a bird. Stop to look at ants, how they work with each other. You'll be amazed at how it takes you away from your own situation to just look at the things that they do. If you have an animal at home, dogs, birds, cats, take the time to look at them, to play with them as well too. Then play with your children, play with each other, play with your friends, and allow your mind to de-stress as well too. And then gather with your friends and talk to each other about what you appreciate. I like what you do. I appreciate the fact that you have this, that you have that. And I really always like this about you. Tell your persons, tell the people around, I like who you are, I like what you've become. I wish I had that. I wish I could do this like you. Affirm the next person and receive it as well too.
Hi, I'm Noval L. Dale, and today we are talking about 1,000 miles. That 1,000-mile journey includes a number of things. If you've taken a long journey, that journey can lead you to so many things, but there are many things along the path that you may actually not take the time to notice. Today we're going to be looking at things including the health that's involved in your journey. If you're healthy, the journey becomes even better. Stay with us, we take a break as we hear from our partners. Stay with us.
For life, we won't live in the past. We're making it last. Mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers, friends forever.
You can't live your best life without a healthy immune system. Boost your immune system the delicious way with Zappy's organic juices and punches. Made from local produce with zero added sugar, our juices cleanse and revitalize your body as they boost your natural immunity. Try our delicious flavors: Beat It, Berry Bomb, Get Fresh, Ton Up, and Island Splash. Find us on Instagram at Zappy's Organics or call or send a WhatsApp message at 1-876-779-8910 to order today. That's 1-876-779-8910. Zappy's Organic Juices and Punches. Live your best life today.
For all your events such as educational forums, workshops, book launches, weddings, and more, contact Noreen Daly, the ultimate MC and event host. Visit noreendaily.com or follow her on Instagram at Noreen Daily Jam. Noreen Daily, creating long-lasting memories.
Langdo Language Institute was created to meet your language and communication needs. All of our packages were created just for you. We are passionate about language and dedicated to your success. We offer the CSEC English program, the Study Buddy program, the Get Ahead with English program, and the Business Communication program. Contact us at 767-285-0938 or email us at landolanguage@gmail.com, because the real question is, how can we help you?
Making it last is all I care to do. You loving me, I loving you.
Welcome back. Of course, I'm happy that you've stayed with us. I'm Noval L. Dale, and we are talking about 1,000 miles. Sounds like something big, but 1,000 can be broken down from to hundreds, then down to tens, and right down to ones. We take it down to the nitty-gritty as we discuss different aspects related to your health and how you travel along on this journey of 1,000 miles. I'm sure you want to be with us. Let's take the step as we go on this journey for 1,000 miles. You're welcome. Come with us.
You actually answered what I was about to ask, which is how then do we help to foster the sense of gratitude? Because more often than not, we complain.
Yes.
You know, people complain, they gripe and they whine, I don't have this, I don't have enough money, I want to change a job, my co-workers, You know, how can we help to change that mindset and just allow people to just appreciate just the little things more in life?
It's probably going to it will take some time, because as I said, the key thing is a lot of this should have been learned while we were growing up. However, that does not mean it cannot be cultured. That doesn't mean it cannot be developed. It is something that we need to be determined to take the effort on. We need to stop ourselves sometimes. We need to catch ourselves and no, not the best way to go. Stop. Why are you thinking that way? Make it positive. And in everything, try to make it positive. The Bible tells us in Philippians, for example, it says, whatever things are good, whatever things are noble, pure, just, etc. Start looking at those things in people. Look for the best in other people. Look for the best in other situations and appreciate them. And something that I'm not sure if we're probably getting it, is that take the time to laugh.
Yeah.
Take the time to laugh more. Take time even to laugh at yourself, not deriding yourself or not putting yourself down, but to laugh at some of the things. Look at what you just did, Noval. Seriously? What were you thinking? Why did you do that? Anyhow, moving right along. And you proceed. If you make a mistake, move on.
As we're wrapping up though, what then would you think would be the role of some of the people who we surround ourselves with? Because all of this then does have some implications on our relationships, whether positively or negatively. So what bit of advice would you give regarding that as well? As
it relates to the people you have around you, that is also very key. Because the truth is, birds of a feather flock together. And if you really want to get to another level, you need birds that are heading to another level. So if you surround yourself with birds who are preparing to fly, preparing to migrate, preparing to go south for the winter or whatever it is, then you'll go different places. We've all heard the story of the eagle's egg that was placed among chickens, and the eaglet hatched and behaved like a chicken. It walked around, it scratched like a chicken, etc. Until one day it caught the vision of something above it and wondered, what a big bird. But as it attempted to flap its wings as well, it realized that it didn't belong on the ground anymore. It was clumsy all along. Perhaps if we were to associate ourselves with another kind of person, then we might find also that a different kind or sort of us comes out as well too. It's in there. It may just need somebody else to help to say, hey, come. Let's get to that next level. And I think one of the things, since you said we're wrapping up, one of the things I talk about journeys. And somebody might be thinking, but I can't get there. And a simple journey is a spiral staircase. And I find that with a spiral staircase, if you know you need to get to the top for something, You may not see the last staircase that takes you to the destination. All you see is the step in front of you and the next one, but one step in front of the next, above the other, will take you to that destination. Just keep climbing, keep moving, and making a step in the direction.
With all that you've said, and if somebody's still cynical and saying, it's easy for you to say because it's obvious that you're at a stage in your life where you probably have the quote unquote right persons around you. You're probably in a job that you're comfortable and you feel fulfilled. Somebody is cynical and saying, I'm not there. Noval, Noreen, I'm not there. What is the one, if they get nothing else from this conversation, what's the one thing you'd want them to say, hey, this is the one idea that I want to leave with you?
I think the one idea I'd want to leave with them is that you're not there, but it's not ending. We said this is a journey. We've started. Where you're going to end is a whole different ball game. And that is what I think is, we don't have the time, but perhaps at another time we can look at where we each started. And where one starts is not where one ends up. Look in nature. A seed starts at one point, buried under dark spaces. But when it is finished, it's tall and towering above other things as it has become. So for you, if you don't feel that you're there, you may feel like you're dark and covered and under all of the circumstances, and it may be just rough where you are. But the fact is, push up, reach higher, and you will soon find that you clear that dirt. It will come. It will come, as sure as night follows day, but there is also a day that follows the night. And after the storm comes a calm. It always happens. Keep going.
Excellent note to end on. Thanks so much for sharing, Noval. It was
It's a pleasure.
Absolute pleasure.
My pleasure. Thank you very much, Noreen.
This was Making It Last podcast, where it's all about helping us to have better relationships, not just with ourselves, but other people. I'm Noreen Daly. Until next time.
Making it last is all I care to do. You loving me, I loving you.